Hi, I'm Dr. Bodzioch from Atlantic Chiropractic in Stoneham, Mass. Today we're talking about ProAct Chek, specifically axial compression. Axial compression happens when two helmets collide, two helmets collide, or even when that helmet collides, if you're going into the boards with the board itself or with the boards itself, that's going to induce a force of about 20 to 23 G's, okay? And that force is going to compromise the structural integrity of our spines, more specifically the cervical or neck portion of the spine, okay? So again, remember, right, this is what we should have is a curve. When we have the curve, right, we have this structure working together or working as a team. When we don't have the curve, this starts working independently of each other and hence starts to weaken. Once it weakens, what occurs? Then the actual structure starts to break down, okay? And therefore, we get fractures of the vertebral body, disc degeneration, compromised foramens or holes where the nerve roots come out. So mechanism of injury, again, helmet contacts another helmet, helmet goes into the boards, and then what happens if the head's slightly flexed, okay, heads forward, what does it do? Reduces the actual curve, okay? So the normal curve of the actual structure is compromised when the head goes forward, and because of that, right, this actual structure or cervical or neck becomes weakened, and when it becomes weakened, then that's when it's subject or compromised to injury. So again, remember, right, the force is called axial compression, okay? Regardless if we're just standing against vertical gravity is pushing down, causing axial compression, okay? But obviously when we go into the boards and you're skating at a speed, then that force increases, or when another person skates into you or you get checked into the boards, that's just going to cause more impact and more irritation, okay? So like I said, right, when that curve is compromised or the structure is compromised through rotations or chin down, then the actual fracture happens at the vertebral body, or we get subluxations, which causes misalignments of the actual spinal joints, okay? And that misalignment moves from a normal to an abnormal, which also causes compromise to that neurology or that spinal cord or power cord. So here's the actual structural integrity of one of these joints, right? Here's the vertebral body. So here's a joint made up of two vertebral bodies, vertebral body, a disc in between those two vertebral bodies, a frame and an opening where the nerve root exits that spinal cord or power cord, and here's your weight-bearing joints, which is your spinous processes, and you can feel those if you run your hand down somebody's back. That's what you're feeling as the spinal processes. How frequent is this injury, right? Roughly 4 out of 5 cases so we're talking roughly 20 to 25% of cases. When the head does go down or it becomes flexed, then there is compromise to the structure. As soon as the head goes down, now it's not a team, right? You just excluded these guys as team members. Now they're what? Individual members, okay? Or they're participants on a group, and they're not working together, and hence the structure becomes weaker. Therefore, we get fractures of the vertebral body, we get narrowing of the disc, we get a closing of these foramens or openings where the nerve roots come out, and we get compromised misalignments in the structure, so the structure rotates or shifts from a normal to an abnormal, and those mechanics are compromised and therefore compromising the overall neurology as a result. Okay? Again, remember, we love to see you play hockey. Our premise is not to stop you from playing hockey. Our premise is to give you knowledge so you play hockey safely, which is the whole premise why we do what we do. We'll break this down more and more with each clip, okay, so it makes more and more sense. Again, power that made the body heals the body, there is no other, and we look forward to seeing you in the future. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. I know time's very valuable. Give us a little love and please hit subscribe so we can get these videos to you. We love making them and we just want a little love back. That's all we're looking for. We love acknowledging you and giving you pertinent information regarding structural mechanics, postural distortions, and basic life.